welcome to another episode of, I think, and this is going to be the last episode of Financial Freeway we record in the morning. But welcome to another episode of Financial Freeway. My name is David J. Attwood. I am the man rocking the Ray-Bans. And today, I left my my gym attire at work. So I have to go to the office, so I have to leave a few minutes earlier so I can walk down to the office and then walk back up to the gym on the base. It's a bit of a hike, but leaving this a little bit earlier this morning. Didn't get as much done before I left that I wanted to, but it is what it is. Life is what it is. And there was a friend at work. His wife was an amateur magician. She passed away a couple years ago, and she had some books. And I said, well, I'll take those books. He was trying to sell me all her magic stuff, and I said, look, I'll take the books and I'll sell the magic stuff to the club, but I'll definitely take the books and I'll buy them off you, because I do collect magic books, and it's always nice to add some new stuff to the library. I mean, every single book I have, there is more information. There's a lot of repetition in all that stuff, but it is always nice to have that. You always learn something from a new book, even if you have known the theories, and there's always that little nuance. So I started thinking about last night, and it got me a little down, thinking about my collection of books and how many of those have come from estate sales. And I'm torn, because I know for myself, I have been in situations where we've lost somebody and we just need someone to take the things away, and we don't want them to go to the garbage. And if it's not taken from, someone, it goes to the garbage, or it goes to Goodwill, or somewhere where it's not appropriate. And I pay for the books, but there's a part of me that just, it's almost this sadness came over me thinking about how much of my collection was from estate sales. So it's a tough call. I mean, bought on auction, the majority of them bought from people who needed the money more than they needed the book, but it's still a little bit heart-wrenching, and I don't know how to feel about it. And the books I got yesterday were from someone I actually knew and was a friend with, and I opened up one of the books, and there was some notes that she took from one of our meetings where she asked me some questions on magic, and it was touching, and it made me sad. But I don't know, I just thought I'd bring it up. But the reason I bring it up is because I had to fill my backpack with these books, so I didn't have room for my gym gear. So that means I gotta go to the office to pick it up. But while I'm at the gym, I'm always listening to audiobooks. And I think I might have brought this up yesterday about how I listen to books while I'm working out. And why is everyone going so slow? There's no one on the road. I mean, there's just the four of us on the road, and we're all just in a pack right now. Oh, for Pete's sakes, what are you doing? Everyone's driving like yahoos right now. Oh boy. Anyways, I listen to these audiobooks, and there's one I'm listening to that I don't quite agree with, but I do like the different perspective. And I think I talked about this, and I said it's always good to listen to or read books that give you a different perspective, because right now I'm trying to find news on my phone so I know what's going on in the world, and all the news is bespoke for me. It's tailored for my search history and my algorithms, and I don't like that. I don't want to get news that fits my agenda. I want to get news from varying sources and different perspectives, so I don't start getting funneled into this ideology that I maybe isn't good for me. And not only that, but what if it's not true? What if this bespoke news has a narrative to it and an agenda to it, and it doesn't, oh, for Pete's sakes, why? We're in the passing lane. I'm trying to pass you. Oh, that's why. Okay, you're going to Thrifties. Got it. Sorry. Makes sense why you're in this lane then. But, and this is why I like to listen to all books on a subject, even if they don't prescribe to my thinking and my thoughts and my personal agenda. But I wanted to talk really quick about this one. This book is called Millionaire Fastlane. And I think I am about 3/4 of the way through the book, and all it's done so far is just explain how my way of getting abundance is the wrong way. And it hasn't, and it backs up the arguments in very pragmatic way, and I appreciate that. But I still haven't gotten to what the fast lane looks like. It's all about what the slow lane looks like. He talks about how there's a sidewalk on this fast lane to millionaire, and then there's the slow lane on the fast lane on the highway to millionaire. And so we've talked about the sidewalk, and we've talked about the fast lane, we've talked about the sidewalk, we've talked about the slow lane, and it's 3/4 of the way through the book, and that's all we've talked about so far. I'm really excited to hear what the fast lane looks like. But it made me think about what I tell people to do. And I wanted to break it down on this video, on this last morning video commute to work for the year. I break my, the path that I teach other people. And it's worked for me. Yeah, it really worked for me. But here's how it kind of breaks down. Sorry, it didn't work for me. I did, because I also bought a house in 2000, so it's a little different. Actually, I bought my first house in 91, but that's a whole different story. And that was a deal I lost money on because I sold it too quickly, and I was desperate to sell, and I didn't know what I was doing, and I was 21 years old. It was crazy. So the first thing you need to do is save. That is part of what I did do. I did save. You need to save. You need to start learning to save. And this book talks about how horrible it is to live beneath your means. It's not. You need to live beneath your means no matter what those means are. If you are a billionaire, you cannot spend $1 billion. You have to live beneath those means. If you are a paycheck to paycheck person, you have got to start living beneath your means. It is just the harsh reality. Right now, I'm pretty sure this shirt that I'm wearing right now was bought from Goodwill. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying I could afford an expensive shirt. I can afford like French cuffs and all that stuff. I can afford that, but I chose to limit myself because I want to live beneath my means. I am not a miser. I'm not cheap. I just know that my money has to last, and I also have to have enough to pass on to my children. So it's important to live beneath your means so you can start to save. That is what you have to do no matter what. Even on the fast lane to millionaire, you have to save. Even if you have $1 million, you have to live beneath your means. And that's the only way you can save is if you, and it's really simple math. If you make $1,000 a month and you spend $1,000 a month, you can't save. And if anything comes up, you're toast. So you have to save. You have to live beneath your means, and you have to save. You have to put that money away. The second thing I tell people to do, and this is, again, really, really important, is you have to invest. Because if you put the money, you save it, you put it in a jar, it loses its purchasing power. So you need to put it somewhere where it maintains its purchasing power. And hopefully you get a little bit lucky and the market does things, you do your research, you do it right, and your money can even grow. So that's something to keep in mind. You can grow your money if you invest it properly. The third thing, once you got to the amount of money you need, and I mean, and this is the thing, everyone talks about, oh, kids can't do it today, kids will never buy a house. 2 years. You take 2 years out of your life. You cut out booze. You cut out the weed. You cut out the video games. You cut out Coachella and the music festivals and Sunfest. You cut all that stuff out for 2 years. And the thing is those 2 years are going to pass whether you party your face off or not. And I promise you, if you're 25 years old and you're thinking, oh, 2 years, I'm going to be so old. Trust me, I'm doing just as much, well, not just as much now, but I was doing just as much partying at 45 as I was at 25. So putting your life on hold, not even putting your life on hold, the thing is you still get to do stuff. You just have to have to have financial restraint for 2 years. Save, invest as you're saving. As you're putting the money away, you're putting it into an investment account so it grows or at least maintains purchasing power, because it keeps up with inflation. So you need to have something that's making at least minimum 2% a year, because that's the economic goal of the country, is to keep inflation around 2%, which is sometimes harder than other times. Then the next thing, after you've done investing and after you've got enough money saved up, and I promise you, if you were to be diligent about it, it would take 2 years. So, okay, so maybe you do slip up and you decide you want to go to Mexico for a week. Then it's going to take 4 years. So what? So instead of being 27 and owning a house, you're 24 and owning a house. But once you have enough money saved up, buy real estate. And I don't know why real estate's getting such a crappy, just getting a crappy name these days. Real estate has always served. It has served everyone who's ever bought real estate. Yes, you're not going to make money in a year. Maybe you will, but probably not. But you will definitely make money in 10 years. And you got to live somewhere, so why not put it somewhere where you can actually, again, keep up with the purchasing power, and you're the owner. You don't have to ask anyone permission to fix something or change something or whatever. Yes, you are bound to it, but the thing is, you really aren't. I heard some people saying, well, if you own a house, then you're stuck there. No, you're not. I own multiple houses and I don't live in them. It's very easy to just rent it out so all the bills are paid, so you pay off all your property taxes, and you have a little bit put aside for maintenance if it happens. You put it away, and even if you can't put that much away for maintenance, if anything really big happens, well, there's other things we can talk about how to fix that. But the thing is it is safe. That's the first thing you got to do. The second thing you have to do is invest. And you can invest while you're saving, just FYI. And there's ways to do that, and I think I've already talked about how to do that with previous videos, but you can invest while you're saving. In fact, that's the smartest thing to do. Once you get to a certain amount, buy real estate. Get in the real estate market any way you can. There are ways to do it. The banks are making it tougher. But there are ways to get in, even with a low amount of a down payment. You can get into the market. Get into the market as quick as you can, and then after you get settled with your real estate and everything is. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, it's geese walking across the road. Such a Canadian thing. A whole family of geese are just slowly walking across the road, and it's stopping traffic. Hilarious. So once you get that savings up, you start investing, get in the habit of investing. What'll happen is then you buy into real estate. Once you get to that level, start building businesses. Start working at building businesses. Talk to people. Talk to tradespeople. Start communicating, negotiating, learning how the whole thing works. I was speaking to someone a couple of days ago who wants to start a siding business. He wants to side houses for a living. And I said, what would it take? The amount of money it would take to start that business was peanuts. So I said, let's start that business. Me and him just having a conversation. Let's start that business. I'll sell the services. You learn the trade. We'll get it going till we're making enough money. Hire an employee, And then we'll get it going till there's enough to hire 2 employees. Then the other guy becomes management, and I do the sales. And then in 2 years, we sell it, we flip it for $4 million. Start building businesses. I cannot state that enough. This might not be the fast lane to millionaire, but it is definitely not the slow lane. It's definitely not the sidewalk. But it does start with saving. What do we got here? Here we go. Guy wearing black. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's so dark out here. And once you start building businesses, you build it in a way to package it. Do your paperwork right. Track everything. Keep it, as you're building the business, make sure it's packaged up for sale. You always want to keep that in mind when you're building a business. You want to keep your paperwork in order. You want to keep your taxes up to date, your payroll up to date. You want to keep everything going so smooth that when you're able to, at the right time, when the right buyer comes along, you package it up and you sell it. And you sell that business to somebody who doesn't have the wherewithal, time, experience, whatever, to run or to build the business, but he wants to own it. You can even do vendor financing, seller financing. So you finance it for them, and now you're getting monthly checks every month for doing nothing. There you go. That's my quick down and dirty for what I want people to do and how I want people to become successful and abundant. Anyways, folks, that's me for today. This is the last morning recording we're going to be doing, and from here on out, it's going to be the afternoon. We're going to be recording the show in the afternoon. So I want to wish you all, first of all, thanks for watching me. If you're watching me on YouTube, make sure you, where are we going here, buddy? Oh, you took my spot. Okay. If you're watching me on YouTube, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Because that helps with the algorithms and stuff. And if you are watching me on, or you haven't yet, check out financialfreeway23.ca. Because again, as I say many, many times, that is where all the good stuff is. I don't even see lines right now. I'm just going to park as best as I can. No bueno, I say. No bueno at all. That's good. And as I always say, wherever you are in the world, make sure that you are enjoying yourself. Enjoy this beautiful, wonderful day. God bless.